first item of business is the approval of the minutes for the meeting on November 6th. So when you feel compelled, we'll take a motion and approve those.
Motion to approve, Chairman.
I have a motion to approve the minutes, and I have a second. Is there any discussion or questions on this? This Commissioner Easter was the only one that was.
What's the proper thing? Abstain?
You can abstain.
I couldn't think of the word.
Refrain or abstain, your choice.
I think I'll refrain.
Any more discussion, Commissioner Allen?
Yes.
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 Refrain.
All right.
Did you get that wrong?
I'm changing it, yeah.
So nice to have your attention, hey, man, I probably messed that up.
So nice to have Mr. Easter back.
Yes, it is.
So business involved, yes, actually we have none of that. We'll move on to Chairman's report. The only item I have to mention tonight is that Commissioner Allen will be our lone representative from Madison County at the White House on December 5th, so do us proud here.
Yes, sir.
All right. And at this time, we'll take the report from the Industrial Development Building Authority, Mr. White. Mark.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. I brought with you an invitation for a ribbon cutting for the community solar farm down at Pokey Junction store there. They asked to make sure that all the commissioners, I think you probably got an email for it. If you would reply, if you could possibly go, they'd like for you to be there. So that's will be coming up on December 6th, 10 o'clock. So, and it's very easily seen once you get down there to the four-way stop. You can see it easily. The next thing is Carlson's getting a new Dollar General store on Highway 72 there at Berkeley Square Road. That'll be store number 7, Madison County, and then they begin work on over at the Highway 72 and Colbert School Road on putting a new dollar store there to replace the one they've got there. They're going to build a bigger one, a better one, I understand what they have there, so that'll be great to have that. Destiny Food Store, Benny Mark, has opened up the old Strickland's store down there, and they'll be doing work there, and they asked us about doing a ribbon cut, and we'll try to set that up to do one for them somewhere in next few weeks. And Subway has relocated their new facility. They got a fine looking facility up there at the shopping center, and we'll probably also do a ribbon cut for it. The Sam's Town, he's added on to this shop back there where they do, the grass monkeys do repair work, and they work on all kind of things, ATVs, lawnmowers, chainsaws, all small engines. So they have expanded, and our Eggs and Issues breakfast for the chamber is going to be on December 12th at 7:30 a.m. at the Isle Restaurant. I have confirmed Senator Ginn, Representatives Powell and McCall is going to be there. And the Georgia Renewable Power LLC, they're still working on the Colbert facility. They've been pouring concrete over there, so good to see that thing coming along. Okay, any questions?
The Dollar General that you mentioned in Colbert, did they have septic issues? Is that where those resolved or whatever? Didn't they have? And that's the location that had the issue with the.
It's been resolved.
Yeah, they've got that resolved. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
And we got the store cleaned up too.
Are they relocating or just adding on to this?
No, they're relocating. They're going to move down right across from the Ace Hardware there at
Okay.
You know where
the school road there at 72.
That's going to be a really busy.
It is. It's going to be tough.
There was an accident there the other day. It's
yeah, it's
something
going
to
to
think
be.
about.
And on the corner, are they at the corner?
Yeah, they got the corner lot there. It's on the left going up to the school.
So it won't open up on the 72.
No, they won't, but they still got to get in there. They got to go to 72, so it's going to be as Teresa said, gonna be quite congested
Okay,
there.
we need
It's already
to-
congested during school time, in the morning and in the
Well,
afternoon.
look at it like this, Teresa, we may get that red light now.
Yeah, we may get one here and there, yeah. So might as well get two in there at
We
once.
might- I've been asking a long time.
Might be better off coming in the back way.
Be my entrance, right?
Yeah, that would be.
All right.
Okay.
Any other
questions? Thank you.
No, thank you, Mark. All right. Folks, we've got 2 items on the agenda tonight, so we'll take statements and remarks, for items 6 and 7 if you'd like. Pretty simple. All right, hearing none, seeing none. Item number 6, we've got to consider establishing qualification fees for our 2018 election year. And Commissioners, you have a list of those fees in front of you, and this is just,
So, under this heading, could we talk about something, related to independent?
I know where you're going with that. I tell you what, let's at least take care of these 2, and then we'll come back to that. Hold that thought. I know what you want to ask, or I know the subject. We will come back to that. It'd be pretty much discussion only for that item, though, since we didn't put it on here, but certainly we can.
Maybe we can do an urgent matters.
Actually, I've read up on urgent matters, and I don't think it's going to fit for you. But we will mention it. What you have, like I said, you have a resolution, and you see the 3, there's magistrate, judge, the Board of Education, and then the district commissioner 3, 4, and 5, and those fees are listed. And would entertain a motion to approve those fees, or to actually adopt this resolution.
Motion approved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Any questions on those? Seeing none, Commissioner Strickland?
Yes.
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 Yes. Okay, next item is to consider appointing a county legislative coordinator. ACCG contacted, I think this is a routine matter. They look for a point of contact within each county, somebody that they can liaise directly with, and we have a resolution also included there. This is their format. They ask that it be, ACCG does most every action through resolution as it appears. And so we'll be looking for a motion to adopt this resolution after you've identified somebody to go on the top line, or actually...
Does information emailed to someone?
It is. They forward a lot of information electronically. It's either email or sometimes they may have these teleconferences or online, type things that you can join in. So
I'd like to congratulate.
I'd like to nominate Commissioner Lee Allen.
I'd like to congratulate Lee Allen too.
He's been a real good communicator so far, and has already become a court commissioner almost within a year, so I think it would be.
all right. Well, I have a motion then, as I understand it, to nominate or to appoint Lee Allen as our county legislative coordinator. And I've got a second. Any discussion or any questions on that? Any questions? Okay. So the motion, I can do this in one fell swoop, is to adopt a resolution appointing Commissioner Lee Allen as our county legislative coordinator. So the vote goes to Commissioner Bettis.
Yes.
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 Congratulations, Commissioner Allen.
Thank you. Would that be added to the agenda? Or he'll have a time during the meeting, or he lets us know, or he just distributes it?
He information, a lot of the information is very routine, very, it may not even be noteworthy. Some of it, might be, and we'd certainly, allow time if we need to, convey that, or feel free at any point in time to make it available to any and all the commissioners.
I can always let you know.
Okay.
You know, if I need to say anything, I can get it.
Perfect.
I think too, part of it is communication the other way. I know from seeing ACCG emails over the years, sometimes things come up real quick and they need to call one person and say, call all your fellow commissioners to call your legislators. So you may be hearing from me rather, that way.
As a real quick example, this year with the mandate for the cancer coverage for the fire department, ACCG did go out, and they, by default, I think it was, Ron is on the mailing list, and I'm also on that list. Only because nobody else was appointed or identified, but that is how, in fact, they get that information out for as quick as they can, is just to get it to a belly button on this side of the county line that then can disseminate it where it needs to go. So, all right. So, and I think technically, since we talked about the establishment of the qualification fees for the 18 election year, we could have entertained discussion during that item, and that's why I don't feel it really necessary to amend the agenda or anything, just to discuss the item that Commissioner Eastco is talking about. It's the process that Madison County is typically a two-party, as far as our the registered voters. The process by which to run as an independent, there is a formal approved process for doing that. But I'll leave. Is there any question in particular, or do you want to talk about the?
I just want to know what the process is.
Well, and I do know that, I do know that the county attorney has addressed that to one, but if you remember it and...
No, you can read it. You can read it.
If you would,
well, and it's not, it's state law, so all of that's governed by state law. So the top two vote getters in the last election, which of course always turn out to be the two major parties, have the primaries, and they don't have to file a notice of candidacy. Anyone else, which means independents, have to have a petition signed by 5% of the registered voters in the district or of the whatever area you're running from to run as an independent. Now that is in the same statute with the 1% requirement for statewide offices. You have to get 1% of all statewide voters. And that was held unconstitutional last year in a lawsuit by the Green Party. Now, the 5%, as far as I know, is still in place unless and until somebody challenges that part of it.
There's nothing we can do to...
That's preempted by state law. That's purely them.
It's hard to be the one of them comes to. I mean, you are who you associate with.
I know in District 1, it's over 300 people, and every signature's got to be notified or notarized. Right. Just like I say, it might be prime to be challenged, but it hasn't yet. You're right.
It's right, Tom and County.
Well, they can change it if they can get a majority of the legislature to go along with them.
Yes, who's in the legislature, Republicans, Democrats.
How about that?
How about that? Answer that.
Might be a good time to challenge, as he said.
Yeah.
Before the next election. Okay. Well, I assume if anybody's interested or if anybody has anything that they'd like to pursue beyond that, though, I'd certainly be interested in knowing how that...
About a local discrimination suit.
Oh, it's just an access to ballot issue. You know, you can read the federal, I think the federal court's laid it all out. It's just waiting for somebody to raise it.
It takes money to raise it.
Exactly.
I got taxes to pay.
All right, very good. We'll move on to roads updates. Any issues, anything that is going on that
I was just thinking some, over on Sailor's Road,
Mhm.
some trash pickup, we talked earlier. And then, got several potholes on East Conroe Road, on the, south end, before you get to, Fairplay Church Road. They're all right in there. You know, those cracks in the road, they just get wider and wider, and the trash goes them up, you know. So, but that's all I've got, Joe.
Okay. Anybody else have anything? I'm more than happy, I can tell you that they are, finishing up the work on, Loop Road. That was a gentleman that came here before, and it was one of our meetings and everything, and
He's very pleased.
they've done an excellent job over there though, so, they are finishing that up.
I talked to Adam this morning.
Anything? I have one last update on this, and I'll add, we were going to be, transferring a fair amount of fill dirt over to Wagner's Grove. You know, low spots over there that have historically just held water. And I have an offer from, Georgia Renewable Power in Calvert. They have about 500 loads of dirt they need out of there. So we're not gonna take it far. We're gonna take a lot of that over to those areas and start building those up and see if we
They're
can
about
fix
shoveling over there.
Exactly. No, it's an ideal time to do it. And, as a side note, they've agreed, or they've offered to pay to move 250 loads of that themselves. So that's actually really a good deal for us now. The rest of that, they'll end up over here near the transfer station for future use. Anything else? Urgent matters? Not so. Okay. Folks, last shot here. Statements and remarks on anything. Anybody have any item that they'd like to bring up tonight? All right.
Mr. Chairman, can I add one thing to answer Mr. Disco's question?
Absolutely.
One thing you could do that's easier than a statewide change of the law is you could do amend our local charter to go to nonpartisan elections, like Athens, Clark County, and Lyon County's have. Yeah. So if you go to nonpartisan, you take that issue off the table.
But where do we do
What's
that?
the process for that?
Still gotta go, we gotta get the General Assembly to pass it, but it's just a local act. It's not a statewide application.
It's not like an amendment.
That's probably a lot
Just
more.
an amendment to the.
Just our Madison County charter,
We
right?
do that with Frank.
Yep.
You gonna do it?
Yeah, I'll do it. I got it with him already.
Do it.
Yes, sir. Will
Give him
do.
a little out. I've been wanting that done for 7 years. And this, I'm serious, this getting where you don't want to be associated with either one of the top two parties.
Not going nonpartisan was discussed by this commission back in Wesley Nash's time, I remember, and the commission at that time rejected it.
Some of the offices are nonpartisan.
It's ridiculously
Yeah, that's right.
partisan.
Yeah.
It is.
So Lee's gonna take care of that.
Yes, sir.
You gotta meet with him all.
We got a meeting this week.
Associations.
Mhm.
That's actually kind of good news there. All right, anything on the executive session?
Yes, sir.
Is there anything that on the deal on the Smith litigation?
I think I sent out to all of you, they did
Yeah,
file
yeah, we
a
did.
petition for, so, no, nothing new to report there.
No dates or anything?
No dates, nothing's been scheduled.
All right, folks. I have a motion to adjourn. Second. Discussion, Commissioner Pickle.
Yes.
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 Thank y'all so much.
Thank you, guys.